everyone. So it's Deanna Christine back, and as you can clearly see, the day has come and gone of when I got my braces put on. So I actually got my braces put on yesterday, but given how sore I was by the evening time, I did not create a video. It was just better to rest my mouth. It's still super sore today, but not as bad as it was last night, and even earlier today. It's getting a little better and better. It still feels really weird. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go through my journey a bit. So essentially, I ended up going yesterday morning to get these put on. So they put the nice little lip spreader on. They put little cotton things in to kind of soak up some of the saliva because they want your teeth as dry as possible so that the glue for the little brackets here, these little thingies, sticks properly. So essentially, they even had to use air to like suck the tooth dry and like blow it clear and clean so that there was nothing on the teeth so that the glue would stick. And then they put on the little brackets and they use this UV light like when you get your nails done, and they use that on the brackets so that they stick. And then once they have all your brackets on, they put on the wire, and then they use these little bands here. They're called different things depending on which orthodontist you're talking to, maybe where in the world you live as well. They can be called different things. Some people call them elastics. Some people call them just rubber bands. Some people call them ties. They're essentially little rubber ties, as you can see, that go on your brackets to hold this wire here in. So it's definitely interesting. So when it's happening, it wasn't too bad. There was a couple moments I had to kind of calm myself down because I was just getting so like, oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, this is happening. I'd already cried 3 times in the morning before I even got my teeth or my braces on because I was just so excited. And I was just like, oh my God, this is actually happening. This is actually coming true after 20 years of wanting braces. I'm finally getting braces. So it was definitely emotional. I kind of wish I had recorded some of that, but I was just in such an anxious state, and I had to go to work in the morning. So, I didn't want to like lose any time at work by recording or anything like that. I had to focus on work in the morning and go right from work to my appointment. And then once I got them on, I tried to eat something. I essentially got a Wendy's Froster and something from Wendy's. That didn't go as well because I had to literally rip every single food, like even the french fries. I had to rip them into like little teeny tiny pieces and then like gum them with my tongue because essentially it just hurt so much to have anything, like to have any chewing. Even just going like this and pushing resting my teeth against each other hurts so much. Like it is so achy in your teeth of the pressure and everything. That's the main thing I feel. I feel pressure when I touch. When I don't do that, there's no pressure. But as soon as even putting on wax sometimes, because you put on wax on some of your brackets to make them not rub against the inside of your mouth so much, even doing that, pushing it against it is pressure, and it's sore. I mean, it's nothing like, oh, I can't deal with it, but it is definitely soreness. And then definitely, as I said, the cuts and everything that I've gotten on the inside of my mouth, like you literally you have a full mouth, especially me. I went metal, as you can see. I'll pull you up closer. I want the metal brackets. So that's what it looks like. They've got some power chains is what they're called. Right here, here, right there, here, and here. And that's essentially to pull these teeth together so that it closes those gaps. And then for here, I believe why they put a power chain is mainly to help with some of this twisting. I think get these teeth a little more like situated where they're supposed to be, and then help to twist this tooth. And this tooth is very slowly going to have to be rotated. I mean, these teeth are going to have to be pushed back. These teeth, this. I mean, everything's just going to have to shift back. So I'm super excited for that. I mean, it's weird, but I am. The orthodontist, or essentially the assistant who put on the brackets and the wire and the braces and everything, she told me that it's going to be a significant change within weeks, because just how much overcrowding I have and how they have those power chains on, it's going to work so fast, and I'm going to see a difference within like a matter of weeks. So I'll definitely keep that chronicled and keep that posted on you guys. Talking is very weird. I don't like it as much, even though I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I mean, every time you talk, your lips, your gum, like everything that your inside of your cheeks are just rubbing while you make those movements with your mouth. It's rubbing against all of this metal, and it's like you essentially practically have barbed wire in your mouth. That's what it kind of feels like. Like, it's not really the pressure or the soreness that really hurts as much, even though that is tender and it definitely hurts to chew. It's the actual braces rubbing against the inside of your mouth that actually hurts the most, because it causes sore. I was bleeding that first day. I have been using wax like nobody else's business. So what exactly is wax? Well, I will show you some of the wax I have. So I got, like, look, I've already used all of this, and this isn't even the only package I've opened. That's just one I had handy that I opened, especially since I keep forgetting that I have wax on, because I just got these on yesterday. So every time I brush my teeth, I'm brushing off that wax, and then I'm like, oh, I just brushed all my wax off. Got to put some more wax on. So I've already gone through at least a full container of this just within just over 24 hours, because this is a little godsend. Like, you literally have this nice little wax in here. It's very pliable. You're able to just pop this open. Let me just open it up here. You kind of you rip off a little piece. Doing it with one-handed essentially while I hold my camera, so I apologize. I don't have you on a stand. I'm just kind of sitting down here while I had an opportunity while the house was quiet. And then you just kind of mold it like this. You kind of soften it up in your fingers so that it is essentially more moldable, and I keep it flat, and then I just essentially push it right over. Oh, see right there, that hurts to like do that. It's very, very sore, but you essentially just put it on the bracket as best you can, and then that way it stops from the bracket here. It'll stop cutting up the inside. Thankfully, I'm not really cut up here at all. It's mainly all back here, and I don't know if you'll even see any of it. It just hurts. And then another thing that I've noticed is my tongue. Like, it's all, you can like see the grooves in my tongue. It is so sore. That's why it essentially even more so hurts to talk, because like my tongue keeps hitting against, especially here. I have no tooth there, so there's nothing kind of stop my tongue from hitting that wire that's there, because there's a wire all the way through, and then the power chain is over top of it, but there's nothing there. And I've kind of thought about maybe putting some of the wax around it, but I haven't really gone to do that yet. I mean, I'm still very much learning how to deal with all of this. I'm a newly made metal mouth. I mean, as you can see, like, it looks kind of funny when you have the wax on. Like, you can see how it looks different. It makes it so that the color's kind of more muted and you can see that there's something going on. But I mean, I don't care. I'd slather this whole thing like all over my mouth. I am literally gonna just be as like waxy as possible in my mouth so that it doesn't hurt. Other than that, I mean, it's been, as I said, a little over 24 hours. I couldn't really talk yesterday. I ate just soup for dinner, and that was about it. And then I went to bed because it was just like, I'm done. And then today I took it easy, trying to speak as little as possible, even though, you know, I still did have to speak here and there, but nothing crazy. And I, again, was on a very soft diet. I had like cream of wheat for breakfast. I ended up having ice cream at one point to try to like numb my tongue a bit. Didn't really work, but you know, it was just, it was funny because yesterday one of the assistants who was teaching me how to clean and do all that stuff, she was essentially telling me this is a good excuse to like eat ice cream and eat milkshakes because you're not eating any other time because it hurts so much to eat, that you're not snacking like you usually do. You're not eating like full meals as much. Like, I know last night my family had meatloaf, you know, veggie and potatoes, and I couldn't eat a lick of it. I just ate literally just soup. So they, you know, she even said it's a nice excuse to eat that because you need those calories. So I'm going to take a little advantage of that. Not too much, because I am still trying to, you know, watch what I eat and stuff like that. But I'll take a little bit of some ice cream and or some Frosty or something just to kind of ease my mouth a bit. See, just even ease my teeth clink together. Ooh, that was sore. But so the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about today is not only did I get all of this and look how lovely it all looks already, but I also just wanted to show some of the little cool things I got. So my orthodontist gave me a little care package. Most orthodontists, I believe, do. It really kind of depends on your own orthodontist, but I know mine definitely did give me it, and any other patient who's a new patient gets this whole little care package. So I'll show you. They got me, of course, just some lovely mouthwash. I haven't opened it yet because I have like 4 other things upstairs. They also gave me this, which I have opened and I've already used a few times. It's the Oral-B Pro 2000, and it's got like a sensitive setting. And oh my goodness, I have an electric toothbrush already. I had one that I got years ago because of my overcrowding and stuff. The dentist highly recommended that I get one because it would just make sure I had like a cleaner brush done, like that I was getting it better. But this one, compared to my regular one, this is so soft and nice. I've used it like 2 or 3 times already to brush my teeth, like last night, this morning, and then I even did it this afternoon. And I have to say, this is so gentle. I do really recommend this one if you're looking for one. Like, my orthodontist obviously gave it to me, so they think it's good, and I highly recommend this. So I got my electric toothbrush, which they also gave me a little spare head. This isn't the same type of head though. This is something, it says feature special tufting pattern to clean around crowns, bridges, implants, and orthodontics. So it's a very special head for orthodontics. I haven't used this one yet because essentially for the first even the first couple of weeks, you want to be very careful, very gentle. I mean, everything's so new. Your mouth is so sore, trying to adjust to what's going on. They even told me that I'm not going to want to actually floss for about 2 weeks. So thankfully what I do have, and I have it upstairs, I don't have it with me, but I bought what's called a water pick flosser. And that is a little, well, mine's a little bigger, but it's a, essentially little machine that I have a little container that I fill with water, and then it attaches to this brush, essentially is kind of what it's like, and it shoots out water that gets right in between my teeth, and it cleans out a lot of that gunk. And my orthodontist essentially said that not everyone recommends them, but he said that he actually sees a significant difference when it comes to people who use a water pick flosser compared to people who don't. And he actually strongly encouraged that I do use it because they do see a noticeable good difference. Because for one, it's a lot easier to use than flossing, so you're more likely to actually get a good clean with it. And it's just getting in those spots where maybe you're not really getting with the actual dental floss and things. So I'm glad I got it, and I'll definitely be using it. I have used it already, which is nice because there's quite a few different settings, and I've got it right now on just really low to like be nice to my gums and my teeth right now. So I've just been using that to make sure that in between all of this stays nice and clean, because it is almost impossible to eat and not get stuff stuck in your braces, especially the first day that first meal. Oh, everything was all stuck up in my braces and teeth. So I definitely want to make sure I've got some nice products to keep it clean. So some other things that I got was I personally got this little Ortho Essentials packet, and it shows me here essentially how to brush, flossing and brushing with braces, and how it should look when you're brushing and flossing. And definitely go ahead and maybe even, there you go, keep that. So that's some like nice key ways to brush when you're brushing with braces. And then it also shows me this little guy, which is a score your smile and what you want your smile to look like when you have braces. If you are in the pore region, then you are not going to be very happy at all when those braces are taken off. You're gonna have puffiness. I mean, that's going to be some serious gingivitis going on and other issues like that you just don't want to get in that territory. So I definitely want to be leaning more towards the excellent and good. So I'll be making sure to brush as often as possible. And then here's the differences of what it could look like if you don't take care of your teeth versus if you do take care of them. And I mean, I definitely want to be on the bottom. I want to be having nice, clean teeth, nice clean gums, and having everything look really good. So happy for that. Plus there is a little pamphlet here on what foods to avoid. So we definitely want to avoid the crunchy nuts and popcorn and things like that, because that could pop a bracket. And you want to also avoid the chewy stuff like the Starburst and toffee and stuff like that, because that can also pop a bracket. And that's one of these little things here. And you don't want to pop one of those, because you pop a bracket and essentially that means that that tooth isn't being held in place properly with the wire. And it means, what my dentist explained it, is that say you let that happen for like a week or so, you don't let it, get the proper attention that it needs, and that's a week that you're behind now on that tooth, and you need to then have another week added to get that caught up. And yeah, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're constantly doing it, then you're adding so much time on, and it's just gonna make it that much longer to get that nice perfect smile that you want. So I'm gonna do all I can to abide by the rules. And plus, I'm not really a big fan of sticky stuff too much anyways, because it just gets all stuck everywhere. So some other things I got is I got this cute little yellow or white bag here of some little essential items, if you can see in there. It's like got all kinds of stuff in here. So these are all things that my dentist said that is essentially replaceable at any visit when I need it. So the electric toothbrush is a one-time purchase. Like, I mean, you shouldn't need to replace a whole electric toothbrush within 2 years of having this done. So I completely understand that. The this huge big thing here too was a one-time gift. I mean, it's like what, $6 maybe to replace it, so I'm not that worried about that. And then these little things you have to replace on your own too, but again, I'm not that worried about it. But things like this, the super floss, which is special for orthodontics to get that in between your teeth to floss, or in between your wire as well. These little thingies, which are the soft picks, which she highly recommended for me because of how tight, like especially those two, like those are two brackets that are practically almost touching. I think there is actually one like touching there. I don't know. But she said getting in between those is going to be so hard to clean because usually you use this little guy. Let me grab it. He's trying to get away from me. He gave me quite a few of these. Cannot remember what they're called off the top of my head because they didn't come in a container or anything. They just came literally like this. You pop off the lid and you literally like put them in between your brackets where you can. I can't put them in between here because there's the power chain and I won't be able to really over here, but I won't need to because it's nothing to really clean in between over there. But for some of the ones that are just a wire in between, I'll be able to get this in. Actually, you come down and maybe up. Either way, I'll be able to get that in for the bigger spots, but the really tight spots like right there, there's no way I could get that in between there. So that's kind of where this comes in to help make sure that the brackets around the brackets are staying clean and that there's no gunk getting stuck up in there and causing any irritations or cavities or anything like that. I also got, of course, a whole bunch of just regular floss, if I can find it. Got a bunch of little regular flossies. And then I got these thingies too, which are called threaders. And I'm going to do a video later on actually how to use some of those products and stuff. But that was just essentially what I got in my little care package. So that's pretty nice that that's all taken care of and that they'll replace it whenever I need it. Plus, obviously, I also got a whole bunch of the lovely wax here, see? And this is how it essentially comes, just like this in these little strips, and you break them off, and you know, just like I did to have it, you know, just like that, so that you break them off and stuff. So that's cool. I mean, I even was in today to make a payment, and the orthodontist was kind of checking it out. He asked me how I was doing, and I was like, oh yeah, it's sore. And he's like, yeah, adults tend to be a bit more sore than the kids. So, and I'm like, yeah, it's especially mainly like my gums and stuff. And he's like, well, use that wax. Like, highly recommend the wax. And he said, do you need any like right now? And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty good for now, but yeah, I'll definitely take you up on it when I need some again. So I'm really happy they have that available for me. I mean, if I didn't, not a big deal. I can go to the store and it's like $5 for like, I think a couple of these. It's like $5. But the fact that my orthodontist will just give it to me as part of like my treatment plan, that's really awesome. So I'm super excited to see the progress of my teeth. I'll give you a little close-up again. So here's where we're at right now. This is just day one, essentially. Well, day 1.5 of having braces on. We'll see as it continues, because it's going to be chugging along soon. I'll probably catch up with you again in maybe about a week give you guys a little update of where I'm at, what's going on, how I'm feeling. I've heard the first couple weeks are the worst, and then your mouth gets pretty used to what's going on. So fingers crossed that happens, and I'm back to eating a little more regular food again. But yeah, I'm excited for the journey. I'm just beaming. And while she was putting them on, she had to keep telling me to open my mouth because I would naturally start to try to smile while she was putting them on, because I was just like so elated that it was happening. And she had to be like, open your mouth, open your mouth. So I'm beaming. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that I'm able to have this happen, because I know not everyone can, and I know it took me a really long time to get here. Being one of 11, it just didn't allow for it, so I'm super happy and in such a place of gratitude that I'm in a position to have this done, and that I have a loving husband who is so supportive of it and is my little cheerleader as I'm going through it. So he's been amazing about it, and I'm super happy about that. So I'm gonna leave that there because this video is already like half an hour long. Thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. I appreciate it. I will definitely, as I said, kind of go ahead and post more updates, as well as even how to use certain things, like what my water pick flosser is, how I brush my teeth maybe even. I mean, go ahead and leave me some suggestions below of what you maybe even want to see, what you want to know about more. I'm definitely happy to answer any questions as well. And I definitely am grateful for you guys for watching my journey, and I'm glad to be able to be chronicling it too. So thanks again. If you liked this video, give it the good old thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, head on over to more, or also subscribe and hit that bell if you want to know when I post another video. All right, thanks so much, and I love you all. Bye.